Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I got a good one for you. Today I'm going to tackle marriage. What marriage truly is, what's the religious aspect of it that hinders us and have us twisted up in so many ways that is really enslaving us even more. And it all stemmed from my cousin. She literally just got married maybe a week, 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, and I got a whiff of it that she got married, and I saw some pics over the social media sites, and I was happy for it 100%. Anytime someone is able to tie the knot and do something that God most definitely this is God's idea. Marriage and family is God's idea. He's the creator of it, and to embark on that and find someone that you love and you want to spend the rest of your life with is a big deal. That's something great and shouldn't be taken lightly. But as I thought about that and I looked at the pictures, I said, man, why with all the extravaganza? Why does that have to be? And to me, in my mind, I saw it as a religious thing. So I wanted to go do some research, and I wanted to read up and get an understanding on what is really marriage, what is the basis of marriage, and what is the religious parts of it that really enslaves us to the point where, again, women and men are being raised up with this mindset. To the point, woman, that's all they think about. I can't wait to get married. This is how my dress is going to be, and so forth and so on. But I wonder, is this just a fantasy that we're just trying to live out? Or is marriage just something so simple we make it even bigger? So what I did was I went back and I looked at, okay, what is marriage and how does it even come about? See, first and foremost, we live in a society in the world now where marriage is just like it's a convenience for one another. If you're doing good and if he's doing good, she's doing good, and you like each other, let's get together, let's get married. But as long as it's working out for me, as long as we all can benefit from it, it's good. And man, that's crazy. And when things go sour, or you don't feel the same way anymore, or the person loses a job or whatever it may be, then we're trying to break away. Our elders back in the past, no matter what the situation may be in, the man and woman stayed together through heartaches and pain, through struggles, through not loving each other. They stayed together because a lot of the times some of those people are all they knew. From young age of 16, 17 years old, that's all who they knew. And they really embraced what God meant by marriage and saying, hey, we're gonna stick together forever to death do us part. But today's society has put a spin on it, especially when you see celebrity people getting married and breaking up. It makes it seem like it's the norm, which I don't think that's by mistake. I really think that's by design. And again, we don't really see it for what it is on that level, because everything is just to bring attention to so we can gain more publicity for business reasons. But of course, it's always going to end because it's not real, it's business. But us on a lower level, we see it and we think couple goals. We think that's how I want my relationship to be, not realizing that it's not a real relationship to begin with. So we begin to mirror our relationships according to what we see on a higher level, which we shouldn't do that, because you shouldn't play with your feelings or anyone else, because people have feelings and get hurt behind that. So I'm going to jump into it and make it real quick, because what I saw is exactly what I was looking for. It's exactly what I was looking for. And I'm going to jump straight into what I'm saying here. And it's the definition of covenant, what God says marriage is. And it says, but what is a covenant? In essence, a covenant is a contract. And it's between two people and God. It's between two people and God. So what am I saying is, all the extravagant stuff, going to this is the most important part. Please follow me. Going to a courthouse and signing that you're getting married and letting someone else put put in document that you've been married, letting someone else control or dictate your divorce, what goes where. If you don't watch it, you can end up in this situation, and it's no different than slavery. What am I saying, Jarvis? What are you saying? Here you go with the slavery stuff. What are you talking about? It's no different from back in hundreds of years ago. The slaves, they couldn't move or do what they wanted to do. If they wanted to get married, they had to go ask their master, "Hey, can we get married?" And their master took account of their marriage. That's if they had a nice enough master. Some masters just took slaves and bred them with anyone, didn't even care about no marriage or anything like that. They're more about business and creating more people to fulfill that business obligation. So he would just grab people, didn't care if maybe they were wife or husband already, didn't care if they had kids. He felt, nah, you will be great with this person. So what I'm saying, they didn't have control of their lives. So they had to go to someone else to get permission to do something. Modern day times now it hasn't changed. You go and you get married, but then you go to your city hall or wherever you go for this, and you go then tell your master, "Hey, here we go, we've got married." And when you get divorced, you go back to your master. Master's not working out. I don't want to be married anymore. Why? We got to wake up, guys. We got to really see this thing for what it is. You have authority of your life. You control it. You don't need to go to no man to have him dictate. He's not a part of your relationship, or she's not a part of your relationship. You yourself entered into a relationship with a man or a woman. Meaning, if you're a woman, you entered into it with a man. If you're a man, you entered into it with a woman and God. That's all who is in the middle of that. And you follow God's way of marriage and thinking. Because when you're with God and you're walking in his ways, then yeah, it's okay to get married. Yeah, it's okay to have kids. See, but a lot of people don't walk in God's ways but still want to use something he created. See, that's lack of knowledge. That's not having full understanding of something. And you're using it and manipulating and deceiving the public because you're using something God created. God created family. God created marriage. And he created it to be walked out in a certain way. But because people aren't walking with God in the way that he acts, in the way that he shows us to have a successful, to have a magnificent life, we opt out for divorce. Because we weren't truly walking in God's way in the first place, but we want to put on the things that he has provided, that he has designed from the beginning, so we all can have a great life. That means you don't have full understanding of it. That means you were taught something but didn't fully believe in it, but because, hey, it was taught to you and it's embedded in you, you feel it's the right thing to do, but you're still holding on to worldly mindsets, worldly ideas. You have to come to God, guys. You can't be 1 foot out and one foot in. It will harm you. This is not just even me just trying to speak to you in any type of way. I'm saying this because you're harming yourself. We are harming ourselves by these ways and not waking up. We're hindering our growth, our potential. A lot of this stuff has been taught to us cultural, has been passed down in a religious fashion. And we hold on to it in a religious fashion till it's embedded. And it pains and hurts me because the more and more I wake up and see it, man, and see your people and see mankind as a whole follow behind things that will ultimately hinder them, it hurts. So marriage is another. As a man and woman, God gave you authority of your life. That means if you want to get married, you should. It's as simple as walking outside, you and that woman, man and woman, walking outside under the stars and confessing your love and your marriage to God right then and there. You don't even have to have an audience. Don't have to have a big extravagant wedding that will put you in debt, that you got to pay for. Event planners, venues, all these different things that just a fun day for you is actually a distraction. It's a waste of time. Marriage is as simple as going outside, being under the stars. If you want to have that romantic, you can be inside, but you're saying vows to each other, but you're really saying it to God as well. And when you walk as a man and woman to God, what you speak is what you mean. There's no wishy-washy. There's no, yeah, I meant it at the time, that's how I felt, but now I don't feel. Now, when you enter into this marriage, because it's created by God, you excuse me, you entered into it no games. You entered into it knowing what you're getting into. You enter into it saying, this is the woman, this is the man I'm spending the rest of my life with, who I'm going to have kids, who I'm going to build a family with, and we're going to stick it out according to God's ways, so we can have an abundant life that He has designed for us. This is not a game. And when you speak your vows to your man or woman, your husband or wife, and you're speaking it to God, you have a sense of, this is your stamp of approval. This is, I'm not going back. This is your life or death moment right here. I'm either going to do it or I'm never. So what I'm trying to give to you guys and give some understanding is, you really have to mean what you say. As men and women, we are so cliched. We are meaning, or stereotyped, meaning we're looked at as jokes or clowns. Some people don't take you serious. That's not who you are. That's not who you're meant to be. You're meant to stand on your word. You're meant to stand firm. You meant to, whatever you say, you mean. You meant to walk it out and live through action. Where people, when they see you, they know without a shadow of a doubt, whatever he say, he means. They should have that idea about you. They should know when you come through, things are about to happen. That's the idea they're supposed to have they're supposed to have about you. And guys, this message is really deeper than, I want to go on with it, but I also want to value your time, because I just want to give you something to eat today that you can chew on and understand. Quit going to a master to get something on paper when it has nothing to do with anyone else but you, the person you're marrying, and God. That's all it has to do with. If you want to have your mother and father there just as a witness, just so they can be a part of it, fine. Nothing's wrong with that. But it is a problem when you go to someone else that's outside of your marriage to file for divorce, so they then can come into your marriage and control what happens. There is a problem when you go to someone else, an outside entity, and let them know you're married and you want to put it on paper. I think that's a stop sign at that point. Like, wait a minute, hold up, what's going on? Then I'm going to tell you what's going on. That's a slave mentality. You don't have to answer to anyone about getting married. If you love that person, you go and you guys announce it to God. You can have a ring if you would like that. Announce it to God. You stand by it, and it's in your mind, it's in your heart. See, I'm telling you, when you really walk it out with God, you stand on these things seriously. Seriously. The big ceremonies and this and that, those are religious things. Religious things that really have nothing to do with anything. This is just a way people decide that they want to do marriage. It's religious, but the truth of the matter is, down to the basics of it, again, it's all about the two people coming together and announcing it before God. You don't even need a priest there. You don't need a preacher there, whoever. You just need you, person you love, and God. And you pronounce those vows. Announce those vows to one another and in front of God, and you live them out. You stand by them. And this is what marriage is. This is what a covenant is. And you go about it, you make your life, you build your family. So I strongly suggest you guys wake up and use your authority God has given you. He made you smart and intelligent, strong enough to live out your life according to His will. He's the only person we need to lean on. His word is the only thing we need to lean on for guidance in this life. And the moment that we allow other people in who don't even have the same views that we have, but only when it conveniences us, we are bringing in chaos and evil intention, heartache and pain, struggle, something that really is unnecessary. But if we stick it out, it can get better. So I'm gonna leave you with that, guys. And all I ask is make sure whatever person you choose, they are a man or woman of God, sticks to their word, stands by it, and the fruit that they bear shows. I love you guys, and I would love to go deeper, because this is some real stuff here, man. Because this was an eye opener to me. I was happy to be able to come across this and really dig deeper, man. Because I was raised on a lot of these same things that we follow behind, that are really religious acts. That really we can kind of stop all of it and just get straight to the point of things, instead of ending up in debt, ending up continuing to push forward with our slave mentality. So I just want you to know I do love you guys. My whole agenda here is so you can move forward. Let go of the things that have been hindering us for years, but we really don't know. We really can't pinpoint it. So and so that's my whole hopes for you guys, man. To the unnecessary time wasted, so you can move forward in your goals and your dreams that God has designed for you to have and succeed in, and enjoy and have an abundant life. So I love you. And don't forget to embrace the struggle. That's what the growth is. Later on.